What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be installing the budget angle kit on the E36. So here we have it. What we have, we've got some E36 lower control arms. They are extended by 50mm. These are quite nice. I got someone to do these for me. I didn't actually do these myself, but I've done a pretty nice job. It's got a little plate underneath as well. You'd never know, looks factory, but yeah, 50mm extended. That will be to allow for more clearance for the wheel when it's turning, so it won't be hitting anything. We've got E90 tie rods because they're a little bit longer than the E36 ones. Obviously, because we've extended this, we also need to extend the tie rod. And we've got these little cheap eBay adapters. Basically, it just, your tie rod will normally go there and it just relocates it so that you get more angle. That's basically the main bit of this, to get the more angle. These are pretty cheap. They're like, can't remember, like 20 quid or something. Quite cheap. A lot of people say they're good and then a lot of people say they're rubbish. So there's only one way to find out, right? So the other option is to cut your knuckles, which is the better option, but I'm gonna try this out. If it don't work, then we'll go down the cut knuckles option. I've also got some rack spacers from Six Shop UK. They just go on there and it basically, well, it makes it so your rack moves a little bit more. And then we have some off-center polyurethane bushings. These are the extreme ones from Duraflex. They're off-center to allow for more caster, and then it helps with the self-steer, which you want in drifting. But yeah, so this is the setup. This will be probably a pain to put on the car. It's basically just the cheapest way to do an angle kit, really. It should give quite a bit more angle, I'm not sure, but one way to find out in there. Now we've got to fit it to the car, which should be fun. Let's get into it. Right, so this is the angle before. Just a quick preview before I take the wheel off. It's not too bad for a factory car, but just to compare to later on. Right, so I've sprayed everything with WD-40 now, or plus gas. I let it soak for an hour or so. I'm gonna undo all these bolts and then smack these hard, see if they come out. That's all off. Now we're gonna undo these two and take the lollipop off of the car. Now just got to remove that one. That one should be the fun one. Got the spanner right up in there. Bit of a pain to get to, but let's try and get it undone. I have to do like a quarter of a turn at a time. It's a bit of a pain. We'll get there eventually. See how these go on. I'm not sure. Like that. Assume it goes like that. Looks about alright. Yeah. I think that's how it goes. That's how it's going anyway. Seems to fit nice. There she is, Mike. Alright, so this is the old stock arm and this is the extended one. Obviously you can see it's way longer. Put it on top. See, it's way longer. Should give us that gnarly camber. Alright, let's put this in now. So, I don't know if you can see that, if this ever focuses, but the bolt wouldn't go in between because it was hitting the coilover. So what I do, I slid the bolt into this and then slid the bracket in, if that makes sense. Like slid it in like this and then it goes in. Now I just have to feed this in and then start screwing that, and hopefully it works. New tie rod, E90 tie rod, and we got the spacer. Spacer just goes on here, like so. Right, so it's actually the next day, not sure where I left off, but yeah, I ended up using the E36 tie rods, inner and outers, because the E90 ones were way too long. They were like coming up to here. I don't know, everyone said you need the E90 ones, but the E36 ones work fine. I'm going to get some new ones though, just because these are seized and there's a lot of play in the balls and everything, so I'm going to get some new ones, but they seem to do the job, so you don't need to buy a new tie rods. And that's all in there. I need to obviously get the lollipop in, but I need to press the poly bushes into that first. Now do the other side. Look who finally decided to show up halfway through the job. Aiming right at you, mate.
As we just changed, can't we?
Fuel sorted this, mate. It's going to be Mad Max. I've done so much hammering, mate.
That's what I think it's Sunday.
Yeah, but it would smack them with this like that. Lovely and clean.
Stop zooming into my nose every time.
Man, the zoom on this is so slow.
That's your new phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 hours later. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, yeah. You grease me up. Leave my shaft up, Ross.
That should be enough glue. Not much. Not a big shaft.
It allows the steering rack.
All of that for that.
Yeah, I know. But that slight bit of movement actually gives you quite a lot more angle, it does. This is not really a fun job. If you had a lift, it would probably be alright. Now we've got to remove these lolly push bushes, so I've got it in the vise. They're a pain to get these off. The other one came right off because it was new. Like this one. Over jump. I don't have a press, so we're just gonna chop it out. Alright, so we've got the old ones out now. Bit of a pain. But yeah, if you just cut through it like that, then they just plop straight out. Now we've got to press these back into here. I'm not sure what way around they go, so I'm going to go check quick. Right, so you have to make sure the offset bit goes towards the bolts, because that's what gives you the moving the caster in. That's what you want for the better self-steer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put rubber grease all in here, some of this red stuff, cover it all in rubber grease, and then I'm going to try press it in the vise, see if that works. Alright, so we got it in there. What we had to do, we chopped all of the back border off, and then to press it in, we used a flat piece of metal at the front, and then we used the other empty one to put on the back. Yeah, there she is. Now let's do the next one. Oh, nice. Alright, now got to put these on here. I'll just bash them on with a hammer and then bolt them up to there. Should be straightforward enough. So, just jinxed it now, haven't I? It's not going to work. Basically, when we're on full lock, we're hitting the anti-roll bar now. So we're just going to take the anti-roll bar off. Most cars don't run them anyway when drifting. It might still hit the frame after that, but I don't know, we'll see. If it does, then I have to put some spacers on. Let's take the anti-roll bar off. This is the angle now. It's not rubbing on anything now. Look at that. It's mental. It's actually quite nuts. It's quite a lot more angle. It's not hitting on anything. That noise is just the dust guard on the disc. Yeah, it bottoms out You can't see anything in there, but bottoms out the tie rod and actually hits the control arm to stop it going any further. Could do with a bump stop somewhere because it's over centering a little bit, but it'll be alright. All the sideways action.
There's only one way.
Just look at it, it's mad. It's like wheels sideways. The alignment's completely off, obviously, but our tie rods are seized, so I'm gonna buy some new tie rods and then fit them one evening this week, and then give it alignment. Should be sorted. Turn it the other way, fully the other way. Oh yeah. It looks insane. Probably doesn't look as mad on camera, but in person there's such a big difference. It's crazy. Parking's gonna be easy. Just go. We've also obviously added some camber. Yeah, we've added some camber. Don't know exactly how much, but just because otherwise the wheel pokes right out, so now it's flush. We really need to roll these arches, but I haven't got an arch roller. I might just hammer it in, but I don't know, we'll see. That's a job for another day. Bit of weight reduction as well. Delete.
Makes me happy seeing it.
It just looks mad, doesn't it? It's like a bloody Wise Fab kit. Bloody 20 quid eBay adapters and some extended arms. Nice. Nice bit of poke at the bottom there. Looks so good, the little bit of camber. Just looks so like... We raised it a little bit, not much though. Once it drops down, it'll probably look alright. Alright, so that's it for today's video. It's quite a job. I'm knackered. It looks sick and there's pretty mad angle, to be fair. I wasn't expecting that much angle, considering it was pretty cheap, I think. All in was probably like 250 quid, something like that, with the arms and the adapters and everything. I'll leave a link to everything that I bought down below if you want to get any of it. It needs an alignment bad. Like, I just took it around the block and it was not good. It basically didn't turn and it was pulling all over the place, but I've got to order new tie rods because one of mine is seized and I can't unseize it. So I'll do that next week. I'll put the tie rods on and I'll do an eyeball alignment, see what it's like. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to get it done properly, but make sure you hit that like button and subscribe because there's plenty more coming soon. We're going to be booking a drift day, so that'll be happening soon. I'll probably do a video driving it next week, like once I've adjusted it all, so you can see the angle again properly. Pretty mad. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.